What's up YouTube, Wicked here with a Genshin Impact video. I want to start off by saying that this is my first video on YouTube. I kind of wanted to wait for the anniversary to drop and start the channel with some good news, but seeing as they just announced some news about the anniversary rewards and upcoming events this week, I'm already seeing a ton of people talk about it, so I feel like more of us should be speaking up regarding it. I kind of want to give my thoughts on what's currently on the table, and honestly it's kind of disappointing so far, so let's just kick it off. So to sum it up quickly, I think the current lineup of announcement is complete garbage. If this is what they consider anniversary rewards, it's pretty lame. Personally, I would like to believe that there's more in store for us. As it currently stands, the only current in-game reward so far are the 10 fates that MIHOYO told us that we would be getting. I believe that's what's currently being offered in the Passage of Clouds and Stars login event that was announced. This is the only type of actual in-game rewards that have been announced for the player base at the moment. So it's pretty much all we have to go on, minus the completely shady community events that were announced a day or two ago, which I'll go over shortly as I have my own gripes with that as well. So if we look at this over here, I want to be serious about this. What exactly is the extra rewards here? 80,000 Mora, 18 Mystic Enhancement Ores, 8 Heroes Wits. What am I really supposed to be doing with this? Even if these weren't the anniversary rewards, which as like a one-year player, I really hope they aren't. What am I supposed to be doing with these? How is 8 Heroes Wit considered a reward for a day? It's barely even 20 resin just to get that at like AR 50. It hardly helps me level anything meaningful. Might as well not have given me anything. Or I just split the 10 fates over like 5 days. I get it's like considered an extra, but it's seriously not worth anything, and just padding out the days until we get somewhat useful rewards. I don't really know what to think about this at the moment. This is the first gacha game I've seen give such meaningless rewards. Most games offer so much to like pull people back into the game at the anniversary, and they announce them so far in advance just to make sure like people see it, come back, progress, and in anticipation of like the great yearly anniversary. And when I mean like tons of rewards, usually they give like 100 summons, a top tier character or weapon of choice, sometimes like paid packs offering, you know, 5-star characters or big bundles. Like, quite frankly, like just amazing rewards in general. And like I don't really think that it would have like broke MIHOYO's bank to offer a 5-star standard character of choice like Diluc or Jean, especially considering how many of them we already need with the damn constellation system. This game doesn't even add the 5-star characters to the standard banner after they release, which is pretty much like a first in any gacha game I've seen. Like limited characters are usually reserved for collaboration characters, and the rest like usually get permanently added to the wish pool. So it's just really hard to wrap my head around the fact that this is like where we are 1 year into the game's release. Anyways, moving on to the complete travesty that is the community events. Firstly, we got the Unforgettable Journey web event. This seems like it's for everybody, thankfully. So it'll provide us with some Primo Gems, Mora, Enhancement Ores, Heroes Wits. I don't want to jump the gun and say these are bad or will be bad, but considering the previous web events that we've had, these are usually tiny rewards in the scope of like 100 Primo Gems and a few of the rest of the stuff sprinkled here and there. We will have to see exactly what's offered when it begins on September 28th. And while maybe minuscule, this was like kind of expected, so we'll just take what we can get at this point. Then there's the web event called A Message in Time. This is where, like I've seen already, things get quite iffy online. It's being talked about a lot since the announcement came out. To keep it short, essentially 10% of the players are going to receive a free Welkin Moon. It's about 3,000 Primo Gems over the course of the month, and that's like, it's actually a pretty good reward, and emphasis on the word reward because I'm kind of surprised by the reward itself. But honestly, the problem lies in the rest of the sentence. 10% of the player base. Like, people are already losing their minds over this, as the winners get chosen by random, with the rest of the player base earning only 100,000 Mora. Like, I'm at a loss for words for this one. Like, considering it's an anniversary event, why are you alienating anyone else? And why don't you just give this to everybody? Like, I'm clearly failing to grasp the concept that MIHOYO is trying to put forward with this. It's already like generating massive hate and bad faith on MIHOYO's part. I'm seeing this on the subreddit and every other video talk about the rewards, so it's pretty bad. After that, we have like a bunch of commission events ranging from artwork to cosplay to videos, photo submissions. I find that's all great for those like of you who produce this type of content. I've already seen like amazing work already all over the place on the subreddit, DeviantArt, anywhere else, and I have no doubt the community is absolutely gonna kill it with this. Like, while these events are good though, I feel like they're disguised in a way to make us, the community, work to promote the game by making posts, real world submissions, in like order to take part of a raffle, in order to obtain real world items such as an iPhone and cash prizes, which is pretty much generated by the work and the advertisement that we make for the game. So like, these types of events are, in my opinion, like, they should be outside of the anniversary, not made to seem like these are the rewards for having financially held up and promoted their game over the course of the year with hundreds of millions of dollars that the community has spent. Anyways, while these are good for the people who are making the commission work, this kind of leads me to my next question. Where are the in-game rewards? Like, so far, minus a few select people for like 1,000 winners here and there winning 100 primo gems on some of these events, where are the rewards made for the people who have been actively playing this game every day for the past year? Where are the meaningful rewards that entice people to return or to continue to play just as every other gacha game has done before them? Do they like take the entire community for granted because of the sheer number of people who play this game? They could just like give out a tiny amount of rewards here and there? I don't understand the mindset that the company has to be like this stingy on the rewards so far. And then on top of that, they decide to announce the Kokomi banner, the Kokomi Wish banner with the weapon banner. To get the weapon banner completely out of the way, as usual, it's a massive, disgusting money sink, and definitely a skip, even if you pull for Kokomi. There's already a ton of options out there for her to use, and there's no way you'll ever need an overkill healing weapon that will provide no benefit to any other character other than Kokomi herself. Maybe Barbara. Primordial Jade Cutter, on the other hand, is an incredible weapon, but it's clearly here to scam you for your money. It provides you with about a 45 crit rate, I believe. It's currently the highest of any weapon so far, but regardless of how good it is, I wouldn't touch this banner with like a 700 foot pole, unless you're like a big fat whale that can't help themselves. The amount of resources you're gonna waste here to end up with nothing is way too great to ever spend on this, and I've never recommended a weapon banner as of yet, other than maybe Staff of Homa, and that's still pushing it. Now for the Kokomi banner. For the first time since I started playing, I feel like this is the first character that you should skip without hesitation. Even her constellations are really bad, so much so that it isn't even worth mentioning. Like, I don't even want to go through the character review, there's no point in it. I just don't really see the point to go after a 5-star healer unless you really just want her for her design, and that's the main reason why I would say this is an easy skip. If you've been playing this game for as long as I have, which is about a year, you most likely already have characters who you use as healers, and they've been doing their job, and while they've shown the banner to have great 4-star lineup, I wouldn't waste my resources spending on like a banner for just some 4 stars. So unless you absolutely cannot live without this character, without Kokomi, whether it's for design or simply wanting her as your healer, I think this is a major skip until at least we get some more information on her. Like, until some more people do some testing, you should just be patient and wait for it to see if she's actually worth anything beyond her initial design. Moving on to some slightly better news for the rest of the events. We have the Spectral Secrets event. This is your typical expedition event. Play some characters on expedition, wait a bit of time, get rewards such as primo gems, enhancement, ores, level up materials, whatever. Pretty standard stuff. It does seem like we're in for a quiet week. The only other thing is the Moonlight Merriment event, which only starts on the 27th, and that's the event that contains the new giant fish weapon that people were like excited for. But I have to say that, like, I'm not really fond of this whole giant fish claymore. I feel like it kind of breaks my immersion a bit, so I don't really want to be swinging a giant fish around. But hey, if you do, all the power to you. It's definitely gonna be a great weapon to have. So make sure to complete the event when it drops. It's a free weapon, so there's no reason to really be skipping that. I will be covering that and the event details in a future video once it actually drops, so stay tuned for that. So overall, a pretty depressing but truthful first video. Most of what's to come is kind of discouraging, and considering the recent trend of bad news from MIHOYO regarding ridiculous things such as issues with Yoimiya, bad raid and Shogun interactions with Beidou and Skyward Spine, which we still haven't heard a single thing about from MIHOYO. It just kind of paints a very grim picture going into the second year of Genshin Impact. I don't know, man. It's just pretty sad. And that's about it for now. As usual, if you've enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content. Leave any comments you have down below. I would love to know what you think about the current lineup of events and the upcoming anniversary. You can also come hang out with me at twitch.tv/wickedsynth if you're looking for another community to join. I'd be glad to discuss or answer any questions you have. See you on the next one.